YouTube?
Hello, YouTube.
Here with Michael tonight. So, me and Mike were just watching videos from Standing Rock in North Dakota. The pipeline. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the pipeline that's going through North Dakota right now. I've been following it a couple of months now. Not too heavy. Now I'm following it a lot. Now because they're at the ground where they knew they had to have trouble putting the pipeline through, and that's it's Native American land, really.
Indians there.
It goes back to the 1851 treaty that where we gave the Native American lands. Now I understand they're drilling, they're on private property, whatever. So there's a lot of debate left there for whose property it is and the technicalities behind it. But the protest is about the fact that they want to go under the Missouri River. And the pipeline, you put it in, you got the pipeline, it's guaranteed to leak, they say. They all leak sooner or later. So you're going to have some sort of seepage. And these companies get fined, they pay the fines. And the fact that the pipeline will always be there, they don't go dig them back up. So it's an environmental hazard for years to come from now. It's all about money. Money, 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 money. It's not benefiting anybody but the person that's putting the money in their pocket. That's who it's really benefiting. So anyway, the whole point of this video was we were watching the police attack. Now, you can go ahead and search on YouTube, if you're not familiar with this, Standing Rock police attack. And it was one evening where the protesters were out there, and they set up a barricade on Highway 1806, I believe it is, right at the bridge that leads up to where their construction site is and all. And this is a public highway, so there shouldn't be a blockade there to begin with. So one night the protesters were out there. The police are on one side, barricades, razor wire, the whole 9 yards. Protesters created some fires. They weren't exactly on the bridge itself, but it's where the bridge went down onto the ground. They were over ground. Law authority felt that they were going to damage the bridge, and they asked them to put the fires out. And law authority says, well, they didn't put the fires out. Now we got an MRAD, and we're going to take our water cannon, and we're going to blast the fires out. So I'll give it to law enforcement. There were fires created. Yeah. I mean, I saw that with drone footage. Protesters did have fires. The fires looked like they were logs that they grouped together like a campfire. It didn't look like a protest fire. It looked like a campfire. And it was a couple little ones. What I also did see was this water cannon, when there were no fires, shooting people.
Being used against people.
I mean, right? I mean, like aiming it, like, got you. Drone coming overhead, hit the drone. So they were using it as an offensive weapon. I don't think there's any ands or buts about that, right? Can't argue that. They were shooting tear gas in the air. Now, one of the videos that Michael didn't see, but I did see a video where they recovered these canisters. And it says, for crowd control, blah, 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 manufactured 2015. And it even had, they say it was never used, but I saw the video. They definitely shot it. They even had their initials. What was the county sheriff? I forget the name of the sheriff's department now. I was like saying it left and right.
Cook County or something like that?
Cook County, or not Cook County. That's in Nevada. I forget now. So anyway, there's definitely an offensive against what they're calling the water protectors or the protesters. I haven't talked about this subject at all on my YouTube channel, and this isn't normally like a video I make. So, obviously, if you're not into this, that's fine, I understand. I'll see you in the next video. But I definitely want to talk about this and maybe attract some new viewers. And, you know, everybody comment. I'm in the United States of America. I know all yous aren't. This is kind of like, you know, they're building pipelines in other countries. It's not just ours. So it's something to think about. Now, the Native Americans have stood up for themselves. I think in most cases it's probably been like a sellout type of deal, or people didn't know about it. I was watching interviews with citizens in Bismarck 1 month prior before where they're at here now, and they had no idea a pipeline was even, they didn't know. They didn't know about any of this. So it's very possible for them to put pipelines up and you not know about it. You can go to ferc.org, and that's the federal, FERC. That's the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC. And they have applications for, and you can look, you can see if there's a pipeline application, you can see if it's been approved, you can see if there's a project going on right now. A lot of them are natural gas, but there are oil pipelines, and you can actually choose by which category. But anyway, what did you think about?
I didn't like it one bit. It's very offensive.
Okay, now, watching the video, obviously, the ones we watched were made from like a protester's insight. Law enforcement's not going to make those videos. The other guys aren't making, you know, we're going to call them law enforcement versus protesters because that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're not making those videos. So propaganda, I mean, it could be propaganda.
Yeah.
From what I saw, from what you saw, didn't
Yeah.
like it, right?
No.
No. Doesn't settle well.
No.
I mean, they were obviously aiming, no fire. I remember I was like, wow, I wonder if is the fire out yet? Like, here they are, you know, minutes on end, like, no fires. And you could see they're like, next guy, yeah. Michael didn't see the interview with the sheriff, but the sheriff says, you know, trust me, these people put themselves in front of the water. They wanted to get wet. They wanted to get on camera. He acted like they were shooting, and then people came and got wet. What I saw was tear gas, tear gas, tear gas.
Yes.
People coughing so hard they were throwing up. Throwing up. Cleared the area, but not really. They were moving back. But then the tear gas settled at a point, and then some people were coming back. And they were coming back, and they were standing their ground. That's when they took this. I don't know, guys. I mean, what do you think about protesters? And I could see if they feared for their lives. Now remember, there's no protesters waving guns. I'm not saying it seemed peaceful.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't seem like they were enticing violence, provoking violence. I didn't see anybody armed on the protester side going like, you know, like yeah, you know, I got your backs. It wasn't offensive. Defensive, I saw shields, I saw masks, but I don't know. It's so hard to even to think this happens.
Yeah, right. It is true. It's right here. Good old United States of America.
Good old United States of America, where you have okay, let's break it down real quick. You have the right to assemble.
Yeah, yep.
You have the right to protest peacefully.
Yeah, peacefully. Yeah.
Okay? It's in the Bill of Rights, right? Now, you don't have the right to do that when you're blocking things, but you know what I mean? I guess if you're impeding traffic,
right.
We can't have, you know, a group of people at 295 just stop at 295. They're not stopping it. The blockade's there. Nobody's going down that road. To that point, you're done. So, I guess that site's fair game.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? The road's blocked. Do you think they were I mean, what do you think? They pose a threat to the law enforcement?
Didn't
really look like it, did it?
Kind of threat to me, no.
How about the people getting shot with rubber bullets?
Exactly, yes.
How about the people getting shot with rubber bullets as they're running?
Yeah.
They had their back.
Yeah.
And the cop blatantly, boom, boom. Now, they were using some sort of shock canister. They were launching these and had these big ballistic heads on them.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine getting hit by that.
Oh, yeah.
I heard a girl got her arm amputated after she got hit with one of these. Something happened, you know, one of the blood vessels busted open, and I mean, oh man, it's hard to fathom. It really is. So what I want to know is what do you guys think? I mean, listen, I've been following this, and now I'm making this video because it got to the point where me and Michael were watching this. I was asking him, what do you think? I'm like, check this out. Check out some of these videos. I try to stay objective in the middle. Now, I'm not for the pipeline, I'll tell you that right now. Simply because I feel it's an environmental issue. You're putting this pipeline down, and then at some point, it's going to be a problem. That's guaranteed. It's going to be a problem at some point. And it's so much of it, it's a big problem. I'm just not for it. Now, protesting, I believe that's the way you get things done. Pay attention. So, protesting like that, I believe that's how I believe they had no other choice. If they didn't, this pipeline would be through already. So I try to take all the facts and glue them together and formulate my own opinion. And not be one-sided. Now, I believe there's going to be a lot of people taking advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Collecting
money. I mean, you already hear the stories. You know, this tribe's looking for this guy because he's got, you know, this much money and it's not accountable. Or this people, they took $1 million for bail money for this tribe, and there's been people locked up and they haven't seen, nobody's gotten bailed out. Now, so I've heard all sorts of situations and all. So I'm going to keep touching base on this, and I definitely want to see what you guys think. You have anything else you want to add?
It's just, it looks like it's a sad situation out there. It shouldn't be happening in the first place. Yeah, I agree. It really shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be happening. I agree. People getting hurt out there for no reason, and it's got to stop.
People getting hurt for no reason. Really, no reason. Absolutely. Hey. The Vets made it out there on a campaign. They're estimating 4,000 deep.
That's great, man.
Yeah. I mean, that shows, like, people come together. It's not easy for people just to get up and go someplace and be part of this. And there's funds for this. People are helping people out, get out there and all.
Donations, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Now, are people getting them and all? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. I got to go. It was nice talking to you guys. I'm putting this up right away so we can talk about it. Peace.